especially if Dan Jessup's playing the same deck.
Yeah.
Andrew was on camera. He defeated Dave Shields last round. Looks like neither player, though, could draw. So we're in game 3, it looks like here. Are we having a mulligan decision?
Looks
wow.
like we are mulliganing.
I got to say, Jessup has mulliganed basically every game he's been on camera that I've seen.
It's your fault.
It must be my fault?
Yeah, who else could we blame?
Yeah.
Shroud's not in here. I'm not in here.
Although Jessup mulliganed to 5 against Shields in game 3 and won.
Really?
So, yeah. Very impressive. Very, very well played, too.
Shields keep 7?
Shield kept 7.
Wow.
Stalled on 3 lands, though. Just couldn't get there.
Okay.
There was one turn where Shields might have made a slight error, but it was very high level. Like, you basically have to read him on a hybridization. But it was close. It was a very close game. So, Lloyd, Kurth here, Mono Black Devotion, Mono Blue. This is one of those matchups we were talking about it, me and Shroud were talking about it last round, where depending on who you talk to, you'll get a different answer as to who's favored.
Yep.
You know?
You actually hear that a lot. You know, some people think that Mono Blue is like 50-50. Sometimes they feel it's a little bit better than that after sideboard. Some people feel like Mono Black really can't lose the matchup. I remember, you know, when Owen Turton won his Grand Prix, beat Sam Party in the finals. Owen playing Mono Black, Sam Party playing Mono Blue, both masters of the archetypes, individual archetypes. A lot of the times, we just always saw that match go to 3, and then Mono Black would just end up winning the 3rd game.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's close, no matter what. I know that, you know, the sides are kind of polarized, I think, on who feels like they're going to win, but I just feel like overall just the matchup is just a close matchup.
Yeah, I certainly don't feel like anyone's overwhelmingly favored.
Yeah.
These are the 2 pillars of the format. It's only fitting that they're kind of 50-50 against each other. So let's see here if Andrew's going to be happy with his opening 6. It looks like Lloyd is happy with his 7. And Andrew is going to keep it. He is. So we're off to the races. Turn 1, Swamp, no Thoughtseize.
Kurth is, we'll just make sure we do that as correct. He is black-white mid-range right now. Actually, he does have a couple Ozadats and Elspeths, but I mean, he is pretty heavy black, and he is obviously going to play a pack rat here on turn number 2.
A good old turn 2 pack rat.
Jessup's hand, is not good.
Off a bullet of the 6 lands and spells is okay.
I mean, he has a Thassa, and Kurth did miss his land, so yeah, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, if he can. This is kind of similar to what happened to him last round against Shields. Shields went turn 2 pack rat, turn 3 pack rat, but didn't have a 3rd land, so almost came back, amazingly enough. But so let's see. Although this time Lloyd does have a Mutavault, so he's got a lot of power in play, despite only having 2 creatures.
Is it a 3rd land? Nope.
All right, so might not matter. Let's see if he's just going to attack for 8 here.
I mean, his draw's pretty good with no 3rd lands.
Yeah, he's still got removal.
Yeah.
And he can cast most of his removal spells, but it looks like he's going to lead with a Thoughtseize here.
I think he misses. No, he hits. Never mind. There's a Thassa and a Rapid Hybridization.
So that's a good Thoughtseize here. You got to get rid of that hybridization. That can cause some problems. So just leave him with lands and a Thassa. Obviously, he's going to be able to scry, but attack for 4 here. And again, this is kind of the same situation. He's not able to draw lands, and Jessup can try to sneak back a win here, despite a mulligan.
Take him home, Thassa. That's what she's going to try to do.
Prove how powerful you are.
Yeah, you're really good.
Find the Biden.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. The Biden's not... No damage. Hey, it'd still be good.
It's still good. It just sets up a following turn.
Yeah. Jessup took that card. Let's see what that card is.
Frostburn Word would be fine.
Frostburn would be very
I'll take a Frostburn Word.
How's it every time we watch, like, the black decks, they always have an ultimate price in their hand that doesn't do anything?
Yeah.
It's like the 4th time.
It's always got an ultimate. Hey, it can kill a Cloudfin Raptor.
It sure can. You're right about that.
You see a Master?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Devotion's 3. Kurth. Now it's fine. Now Master Waves is good. Or excuse me, now ultimate price is good. Elemental tokens will be coming.
Wow, it just goes to show you, it's like, this matchup is so swingy. You cannot tell me that someone's a very favorite.
It's super swingy. Like, Jessup just cast the Master. It's a Master, a Thassa, a Cloud Raptor's a 2/3. But Kurth can just go, all right, kill your Master, and then he's just back in the lead again.
Yeah.
You know, he can go, if he draws a land and he just goes ultimate price your Master and threatens the activation of Mutavault, he's still fine.
Yeah. Turn 2 Pack Rat and Thoughtseize cast early too. You'd expect that person to be heavily favored, and now it's really close just because he's not able to draw a 3rd land. And the more I'm seeing this, the more I'm thinking Sign in Blood is definitely the card that you should be playing. I mean, obviously you couldn't cast it here, but you just, every time I see this deck lose, it's because they don't draw mana.
Yeah. Well, he drew 1 this turn, and Lloyd does not mind paying 2. There's the ultimate price, most likely. Freakish Cure's pretty good too, so he's going to gain his life back. There go the elemental tokens. In come the rats with the ability to threaten the Mutavault activation. This is the perfect turn.
He's still got that ultimate price. He can deal with the Raptor later on, or another top deck Master in ways.
Yep. He's got to be happy, happy, happy.
Thank God for that land.
All Jessup can do is shrug his shoulders. Kurth says, I'm definitely going to activate Mutavault, so take 6. Jessup's already down to 4.
Wow. So yeah, if Jessup doesn't draw a creature, he needs a blocker here. I think he just has a Thassa left in his hand, maybe a land.
He's got to draw something that does something, or he's just dead.
Yeah, because the ultimate, we know Lloyd has a removal spell in his hand for that Cloud Raptor, so no blockers. That's lethal next turn. So let's see. We're gonna have a Scry here.
We do have our life totals correct now. It's 18-6.
Yeah, so that doesn't change the math.
No.
If he doesn't draw a blocker here, Lloyd can just win next turn. And what could he be thinking about? What's
the card?
It's, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it's Biden and he's thinking, can I win though if I keep it? No, it's a weird.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It evolves Cloud Raptor. It's a good blocker. Turns on Thassa. Oh no, it doesn't. But it will evolve the Raptor.
There's that. Trigger here. 3/4. Play an island. Kick it back. Kurth. Draws a Drowning Sorrow. Good sometimes, not good now.
Not good now, but let's see what he can do here. Jessup's at 6. So he probably has to go after the Cloud Raptor here. And if he attacks, I don't think he can attack this turn. He exposes himself to rapid hybridization, I think.
Yeah. Pay the price.
Looks like he's also got a Hero's Downfall and a Banishing Light, so maybe he's trying to decide whether or not he just maximizes his mana this turn.
Gonna get that thing out of the way. Here
Oh,
come the
wow.
rats. I mean, you get to block one. You get to trade with one of these things.
Well,
It's going to be a 3/3.
That's why I was wondering if Lloyd even wanted to attack, because if he trades here with a 3/3 and Jessup has a hybridization, then he can actually deal with the rats.
I think you spin your weird and trade.
Oh wow.
I don't know. That's really close.
Well, maybe you really just need Thassa turned on. That's the thing.
I think that's really close.
He just doesn't know how much removal Lloyd has in his hand. That's the thing.
Spending your trade, you don't have a Frostborn, they don't have a pack rat, but their pack rat turns into a 1/1, and he's so bottlenecked on mana that it's kind of hard for him to continue making pack rats. You could potentially draw like a bounce spell or rapid hybridization. I don't know if he has domestication in his deck. That turn's really close, I think, on if you trade or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the trade there, but and now he doesn't have any blockers. So now he doesn't have any creatures in his hand. So if Lloyd just pulls the trigger and uses a Hero's Downfall on the Frostburn Weird, then he should be able to win. If he draws a land, I think he definitely goes for it.
Life Bane, I think. Yeah. Has Devour Flesh. Does not have Hero's Downfall. Does have Banishing Light though. So he can guess Banishing Light.
Yeah, I think he has both. So either way, he's going to be able to deal with Frostburn Weird this turn.
Take He's going to cast Devour Flush, maybe?
I would not recommend that one. Of all the removal spells, I wouldn't recommend that one.
Flush is interesting, right? Because like you get to target your opponent with that, but then you also get to activate Mutavault to deal some damage.
Yeah, but your opponent's at 4. Like, I get maybe playing around hybridization, if that's your logic, but he basically would have used it last turn if he had it. You could have just tried to kill him this turn, I think. But instead, you give him another turn. But again, there's not that many cards. There's not that many outs he has.
Yeah, Jessup's drawing pretty slim now.
Especially because you know you have a Mutavault that can attack next turn as well.
Yeah.
So.
Cloudfin Raptor's going to come in. All Jessup can do is pass the turn back. You've got a Mutavault that can come in. You've got a Hero's Downfall or Vanishing Light to take care of any problems. Going to fire Mutavault. Coming to the red zone. That is going to do it. Lloyd Kurth is going to win this match over Andrew Jessup. 2-1. Black-white mid-range downs mono-blue Devotion. Only potential, for only one Jessup brother to make the top 8, but we know there's a black-white mid-range deck on our top 8 now.
Yeah, so we have black-white mid-range, we have green-white aggro, we have mono-blue. Those are the 3 archetypes that we know for sure. Yeah.